this sprinkler timer out of the package, and this was everything that it came with, plus a little extra seal. I like how nice and compact this is. This is where you're gonna plug in your hose right here. And then you have both your A and your B outlet. So essentially your water is gonna go into here from your hose, and then it's gonna come out these two different sections here according to what your needs are for them. You're gonna set this up so that it releases the water at different times, or at the same time if that's what you need it for. This is gonna be ideal for using for mist systems, for sprinkler controllers, for drip irrigation, for pool filling. I mean, there's so many things that you can use this for. And I like that this allows your hose to be used for multiple different things. What we're gonna be using this for is for more of a drip irrigation system for the garden. The front right here is going to be an LCD display where you're gonna be able to set everything up using some of these. So you can see that's what the LCD display looks like. It does show the battery life right over here. In order to view how you have it set up right now, this LCD screen is gonna go blank after not using it for a little while. So you're just gonna press that now button and this is what pops up. It's gonna be how you currently have it set up. And then this button right over here, I don't know if you can see, but it's a little picture of a faucet. That one's gonna be to start or stop manual watering. This center button is going to be the enter or the OK button. This is also gonna help you with program setup. And this plus and minus and delay button right here, this is going to help you increase and decrease the numbers so you can set up your watering program appropriately. And that's also the delay option as well. This A/B button right here, that's going to be where you choose the A or B zone outlet that you're trying to configure and set up. So you can see this screen right here. This is showing what the A outlet is set up for. It says the current time, which I'm gonna reset all of this. It has a start time right down here. It shows how long you wanna have it set up for. It shows how often you wanna have it set up for. You can set this by days or hours, and then the next start time, and that can be set from days, hours, or minutes. And then you press this button and it puts you over to the B outlet, and you can reconfigure that independently or keep them the same. I'm gonna set this up in a way that's gonna work best for us before we take it out to the garden. So right here is our water spigot out by the garden. So we're gonna go ahead and install this water timer and just screw it right on here. We did put that little rubber piece on the inside of there just to make sure it's nice and secure and there's no leaks. So we're gonna start with this piece right here, and this is from the watering system. This is what's actually gonna plug into this piece right over here, and we're gonna have tubing attached to each of these. So the way that you attach this tubing to all of these individual pieces is you just stick it in there and then you twist it all the way shut. So it's basically clamping it onto this piece. We're gonna be using this thicker tubing here to take it from each place to each place. So for example, from here to the first garden bed, we're going to be using this thicker piece, and then in between the garden beds, we're going to be using the thinner tubing. So let me go ahead and install this right over here. So the next step for us is we went around the different garden beds and where we want everything to be watered, and we placed all of these little spigots, these little pieces, all throughout the garden where we want the connections to go. So we placed all of these so that we know that we have enough for the space that we need. And now we're gonna go ahead and connect each of those pieces by this larger tubing. Right here, we're just installing the smaller tubing to the actual little sprinkler, little watering pieces. And we decided to do the blue ones just because these are squash and I just wanna mainly water the roots. All right, so now that that's in place, we're gonna continue to add a few more and continue to go throughout the garden, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's all the way done. All right, I think we got this set up perfectly in a way that's going to work best for us. So we did set both the A and the B options here at the same time, just because it just makes it simple for what we have going on. But setting it up was so easy, you could definitely switch that up depending on what you're using these different nozzles for. I'm just gonna go ahead and show you the system that we set up. So we did fasten these two pieces here. We have the main tube going around this way, and you can see we have this red option right here for the lettuce. I just feel like that type of a spout is going to work best just to be able to water all the lettuce, and then we just blocked off the rest of the little spouts in there. So that's going to be perfect for that. And then from the lettuce, we went ahead and brought the tube over to these potatoes, and you can see we have the main function right there, and we were able to branch off all the different pieces to the different potato bags. We're trying a couple of different options just to see what we like best, but we have the blue one in here and we have the red one right in the next bag as well. So I do think they're both going to work the same just because the water is contained to one space. So we're going to follow this along over here. We have some garlic that's getting watered in there, and then we're gonna trail this over to the pumpkin bed. So then from the potato bags, we're just traveling over here to the pumpkin little patch. And so we have some of these red and blue ones set up over here, just because the base is where you want to water for pumpkins as well. You can see we have another one right inside, and we have a couple more all the way down here. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the B nozzle right over here. So I'm gonna change this to B, and now we're going to turn this one on and push the little faucet button. So I'm just gonna walk you through how I have this one set up. So we have the main tubing going down over here into this bed with the zucchini, and we have a couple of different types of spouts. We have the red one right over here, as well as another red one down that way. So now we're coming over to the onions. We have these blue ones right here, and you can see we have this main connecting hub right here that we have everything connected to, and that's connected over here to this bed. And in this bed we have both of the blue ones for these zucchini as well. It's definitely going to be trial and error on how much and how often we want to water, but I'm so excited that we have this system set up so that we can streamline it.